Welcome to the Movemate community. We are so excited to have you on board. The purpose of this first video is to show you how to move on your board and to give you the foundations for its many movement possibilities. First, let's get onto the board. Place one foot on one side of the board at a mid to wide stance around shoulder width. Keep the middle of your foot in the center line of the board and then feel the ground and lift the other foot and match the stance on the other side using the foot placement lines to determine that. Shift your weight into the middle, find a neutral balance, and that's it, you're on the board. Now let's talk about how to approach moving on the board. To move in different ways, you're simply shifting your weight around and you're moving your ankles and knees in various directions, ranges, and speeds. Before we start to explore the basic movements, I want to take you through 4 really helpful tips. Allow your body to relax and be loose. Remember, you're not balancing, you're moving. As you do the different moves, notice the different muscles and joints that are working at your feet and again, up your body. Feel how the weight load shifts from foot to foot and against the foot as you move in these different ways. Move in a gentle and subtle way at your own pace. What these 4 tips will do, 1 is it's gonna help you have a much more natural and fluid experience when you get on it. And 2, it's really gonna help you tune in to the many movement possibilities that the board has to offer. Now, let's get moving, starting with rocking back and forth. You're simply shifting your weight from your back to your front, and you're allowing your ankles to gently tilt forwards and backwards in the process. Feel how the weight is actually shifting from your heels in towards the front of your feet. And notice how your calf muscle, your shin, and your feet are actually working in the process. Next, let's try swinging side to side. You're simply shifting your weight from your left to the right, and you're allowing your knees to actually gently lift as you do this. Feel how when you're shifting your weight, the load moves from one foot to the other, and feel how the muscles on the outside of your feet, your hips, and the outside of your legs really begin to get activated as you do that. Now let's try flexing on the spot. In this case, you're actually keeping your body weight fairly steady in the center and you're flexing your ankles in alternate directions. I'm flexing my right side forward and allowing my left side to come back, and then I'm flexing my left side forward, allowing my right side to come back. What you'll notice is that I'm allowing my knees to actually push back and forth here to give me a fluid motion and to give me more range. Finally, let's try twisting. Now, twisting adds a completely different dimension of movement to the mix. It offers you the ability basically to turn left, right, and engage more of your upper body in the process. So to twist, you're simply turning your upper body in the direction you want to twist in, and then you're allowing your lower body to follow. So if I go left, I'm turning, and then I'm allowing my lower body to follow. And then I'm going right, and I'm allowing my lower body to follow. Of course, if you're at a desk, you can actually hold your desk and give you that momentum to be able to turn easily. Now that we've gone over the basics, we can really begin to play and explore. You can combine moves, you can create variations of moves, you can even create your own moves, all by changing the direction in which your body weight is shifting and the extent to which your ankles and your knees are flexing. So we'll cover all of these different moves and variations in future videos, but for now, let's try one of our favorite moves to start, the wave. The wave combines swinging and flexing, but it does it in one continuous motion. Start by shifting your weight left to right to do the swing. And then once you get into that, you can now begin to add the flex. As I land onto one side, I'm actually dropping into my heel, so in this case, my right heel, and then I'm pushing my weight from my right heel to the front of my right foot. You can allow the other foot to be loose to enable that movement. And then when you do that, you're basically shifting your weight back onto the other side again, landing on your left heel in this case, and then shifting forward so that your weight is changing from your heels in towards the front of your left foot, and then you're shifting it back to continue that process. So you're swinging, dropping into the heel, flexing forward, swinging, dropping into the heel, flexing forward. And as you do this, you get into this rhythmic pattern of movement that combines these 2 different movements into one cohesive motion. There are so many different moves and variations that you could do with the Movemate, and we're going to be sharing more tutorial videos on this soon. But for now, you're ready to check out the next video where we'll guide you through how to make Movemate a natural, habitual part of your routine if you're going to be using it as a tool to promote more movement at work. We're going to cover when to use it, how much to use it, and some easy ways to integrate it seamlessly into your daily workflow. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.